Itu kesika mang là mira trong man le je kesik mang là ngara mi se tum na da kesika ta itom khang kesik ngara mi ose pa je hangai le ni sai re itum atam chalang na sam man ai ra itum chat ba man phai sau se ina em cấp ta azang hai tum psychology welcome salu shit le kala tangku ketam nalong Delhi with president kala executive pingni kechunga ning shi ngai da itum ketam naw bing welfare bang da phala ga initiative khimida khai wang khimi ju wang kala vrel la ning shi da program hi atam chala na atam phala ga kala program hi ungshok khangsak wi bang kala achu wi program hi apong ate te li myang ai re na itum ketam naw bang da shuru khimi ngai na na da Miami da shuru khimi ji bing na chung ning shi ongshok ai ina shi sange da dan dun na sa khami mi shara ka khlan la khai program ma sara ngi pa chi hangai chena itum wi program hi manga khui phai kala chapa man phai hi sia hi oja umling arshim rei home missionary temple church delhi ana sami re kala ana sia sa ku mi khai thi issue welcome address hi Chahan Singh president tangkhul ketam nalong delhi ana welcome address khi mi no atam hi moron mi le
so hitom tong uklung ning rumilo ina hopok phai sia sami sa sa singla leila psycho ro safa rava na naw mera pro chi Kristo mi le ni ge shin sot bidale tangkhul ketam nalong hi ra na tilili purpose of ngdi shok bi kai ni nawi plan nawi agenda nawi kapning achuda shop sakdo kala ra hili ka thana ping hina la ra nawi uklung nawi kapning ka thai lungdi ko long naw hi ko singwang sakdo thanwang sakdo ning she na thadalum shan khamine pro chi Krista na thadal le khang sak nei nawi plan nawi purpose wang le khang sak nei azu ra sung da na naw ra mi kai nei kala hi lungli tumli ot sing da chung la singang sakai re tong hili na chang midale awila sabagi da le program hi Jishu Krista na wi mingli sabang sat milo na the chang program kala na wi ming text with day program na wi ka phaning wena na te da satri ga hai long now kala jing ka program sa rano khabi ran na wi uklung na wi ka phaning sa thai ge ji ithum abu wi mirin sang sat milo mangla ga thar wi the chon khami mangla ga thar na ithum dongli rum ni hauta no presence jili itum na bra fellowshipping room shike ning shi na ra shi ta sang nawi thumbi nan hi ta pha kam dai sok me kan san mong su ba ara ra program hi na ho pok ta na rang sang mi no ma tui mi gi da kle ap che bani nawi lu shan khami wi dong de ko ho ma tui sat lo ala na pang shat mi sa laga itum ga chi wi bang kla tang ku na wi ba sok khami phi khara khang che phi khara kala right to me mirin ni pheka akapang la matai ka sanga atam pung sang sang tirano psycho ri itumli ngatang khami kui khamia pro ho chi Krista no i mele ni ga shi msot khamena program hi ham da sang nei chi shu i mi na re me kaprano amen
ni share mo issue with Tan leaning share issue with welcome address issue with vice president also remind ana kwigijin ne ka masa ga bai na masa ga bai leo da ari jam ini da da au phong lo ka ina kwigai sa ne Pre-makeup the itumwe kasagba pre-leaning she say itum na atam red high you do mata pre-we kangaran matanga ka kala awi kaitens and jizmi ga haimale ka itum hi arema sabai tam the program the angred kala rangi hi maponga phala mang samre Chene, Remicap itumwe, Barely, Ningshimi delay. Chene, Kakania lay ishiwi. For Ranye, he rang rumi declay. Shimshon win a labaye, cities cate win a labaye. Hit at the tankul katamna long telly hine. That's unlock salala. Also, we water rain we bang. Yo make a workshop. Kami le lung sang ne kala thai khui ngai da razang da klai na thum sai ko le na thum we phama ga ta kala mo ga thai ba hi mo sun pilagra ga ba hi sit ka sang lai ta lai che ne re a chon sa ma thai la ga nei shi we wadam rin we bang hi ta workshop a ka rong ni se ga che ne issue panelist ka ma chuk ne ta panelist issue we miss social me che ne issue we Dr. Reading Hong Chui. Jane issue we Dr. Kutung La Chalhang. Jane Dr. NK repeat. Ashikatun Ashimatina le. Long now na Kangaka Jitranli. Nachangajat Malay Laglaya. That Mario Chio in that Mayakam Jitelica that I upon a late network problem right. Jane Ari issue a panelist nala. Atomwe atom kushok me leke. Hit at itumli jigat me duckle. Kala itumli share some why that Mayakami he. So coming Salagruno with Jibahi long now in and Lahang Jupundale. Jane in a lakate Mahamwalule. Azui Rani Bahi Mabung Pala in there. Kala not to me panelist being not to me. Katai Kala not to me. Jaka Makashun Rolla. Kanatum Matala in a Katai Baji, Herds are in a Kalangarik in a. Share some a cook Baji, Pana Regaba. He by hang mine in share.
Ni share siasa mi hai kala recommend dress hai bang are we thum panelist ping ne atam mi phai sau sei kala ina akhani hang hai akle tam mi chawrang ka sabai ka panelist ping ne bullet points ping or main points ping ne focus halaga atam je sabai ka main maku thau chang ni minute sami phai jada hangai le kala ar ma thum kila da salaga panelist ping atam khu mi khai than ni thum sabai ka Calling the question, our question, thang han ngai le sa ko discussion than le sa le ngai sa ko chila tam ko sik mang la nei kwa sa se china atam je da main points ping le focus sam mi lu ji ba je hangai china remake up the e-learning ge ji maram le Miss Social Me Makang, Assistant Professor, Department of Psychology, Aryabhata College, Delhi University. Anatam Khimir no kala ana khui ku bikai thili entrance exam and syllabus ge ji maram hili Dr. Pidengam Hong Chui, Assistant Professor, Department of Political Science, Miranda House, Delhi University. Anatam Khimire, Atam he Moron Khimir no.
Hello. Iwa kon chatle ye.
Shy
Okay. Ni share. My real arring zina tamitran. Itum the webinar here as answer kaya kula ili la invite sami de kaya shiwe lecture long now. TKLT long now ili. So ngai kula appreciation hang chupun le ya. Kula jilang de iwang learning experience kaka hang sare data platform le hintumi tam noving le education is sada the interest ha fai kala opinion share sa fai kala acha we topic hi hangla se ji ka pedagogy we maram de thalakina thibin mapum khame kada hang shabrya jika e-learning jeka this is a whole new pedagogy again for us, but it has been existing for a very long time. But then are we atam hui taga sa to should it pedagogy ki tong the the theda sa e he pedagogy ki tong the he follow sa the tam sa with the humor le teo khoi thum mu chu rum se kala in the lead some ne he the machu khwai or in had the link to the dots when you could join some stuff in the for na ngai le kalen to the Milo, e-learning Jacob, he brought Salak item. This is one of the pedagogy. The pedagogy Jacob, this is method of teaching and practice ki hin ya kala ari atamitran hi pedagogy hi bain e-learning hi khawla khawle bekum shok tak le atamitran pedagogy khang je ji chan e-learning hi the adaptive sami tri ji pedagogy ni sadle join it all the universities katam now higher education in hapok le khne main A or B in then the hapok le to pedagogy follow sada training because in adaptive sami tri training kala hi pedagogy hi na ka thag le ji ka ba yes hi pedagogy hi na itum we original itum the learning in teaching hi gap hi kala knowledge le dik le hi gap hi marun sak le pedagogy hang sai ya method hang sai ji thau da aru atam chang we can say that like this is the panacea for this current crisis, this pedagogy and kala hi pedagogy hi transaction hi learning ideas knowledge transact sa kala hi reciprocation hi important some we are relying on communication and technology and information technology. So it is through the support of this ICT, we call it the information communication technology. He we supporting it learning teaching process he facilitates we take the maximum benefit of the global network, which we call it the internet, right? So internet we maximum benefit devices or computer connect or programs in build psychology zang laga itumi katam bushu itumi waterm green hilly yes itumi waterm green hilly compatible sak by compatible salakan jidakle pedagogy hang sai ya jina ituna term struggle itumi e-learning jekava e-learning jekava itumi web based learning the lohoy distance learning the lohoy even we call it like distributed learning the lohoy yeah computer assisted learning the lohoy yeah or internet based or which are the online classes virtual classes hi term hi chichin serba ya jina ara
unmute samilo biso so no we je
okay athai na unmute sa saul mo sorry I achu phone na login
Arijam
okay ning share sorry ije aware mas hatu dine jina ari hiwi online or e-learning pedagogy hiwi maramli tuna hiwi concept hiwi maramli hiwi concept hada apong de isna take by say ari hi terminology trahle e-learning he synonymously adang raja da shikchinya online learning lohoye digital learning lohoye or even virtual learning the lohoye computer assisted learning the lohoye yeah kala open learning the lohoye kala terms being he hada he really research laga khangrai la khangate factors like that na labor bam ya kala hili e-learning he brought sala ke term ji yung ga ba laga hi akhamang le khamani le kha the use of variety of technology okay use of variety of different technological devices and programs that are used or that are being utilized for enhancing and integrating the knowledge he function he target sai yeah kala apong khangte khan yang se jikava itumwe we can see this as a continuum of opportunities yeah jika continuum jika hade khang itumwe pap dahi just sometimes at the categorical salaga okay yes or no jibam ning laka spectrum ma ho alongli yang se jikava itumwe learning teaching process yang se jikava spectrum ma ho yang se jikava the first point live face to face session or face to face classroom ile ya live itumna panyung ka itumna abawang rabin tam khai atumna shikjinra high space learning space it can be a face to face classroom the next on the continuum is where we use information communication technology plus face to face computer we information technology we roll hi chung face to face interaction hi at the end at the end of the spectrum, or at the other end, is the distance learning, and which we call it fully. And this end point, or this end, this end I'm talking about, we are talking about this end as in the online classes or the distance learning classes, distance learning. So where the face-to-face session or the face-to-face interaction, it has been enhanced through technology, and in the form of a virtual, in the form of a Zoom class, or in the form of a Google Meet, or even Microsoft Team, right? Or face-to-face interaction ji Malay, real face-to-face interaction ji Malay enhance my face-to-face interaction through, you know, digital simulation. Itu the forms how we the hiwi platform itu hili related claim, yeah, because this is a face-to-face. We cannot exactly say this is face-to-face. This is an enhanced form of face-to-face interaction, right? Because it is through the medium of technology that reality, it's really reality the claim because this is being mediated by the technology, and this is a very much enhanced form of face-to-face interaction. Huey spectrum being first, it started with face-to-face in the classroom, the real face-to-face, and at the another end is called the distance learning or online learning, and in between we have this blended learning. So blended learning classroom interaction face-to-face layer. At the same time, we rely on different different software, different computer programs, and even we rely on different educational programs which are mediated through the technology. Yes, missionary hiwi along kini hina blended learning the hoy, yeah. Jina hiwi from second onwards, we can say that yes, this is an e-learning, right? Because any kind of involvement of information communication technology, okay, in our learning, that becomes or that can be defined as an e-learning, okay. And yes, the first end we can see that there is no electrical what do you call it, e-learning, and now may technology we ICT we involvement ji may last face-to-face interaction in Malay way, yeah. So this is it's one way of defining what is this e-learning, and we can define e-learning on the basis of a continuum, right? Hiwi pedagogy this is based on the assumption that e-learning is based on the assumption that each learner, they are very active learner, right? They are very active learner, and they have the capacity to manage, and they have the capacity to direct their own learning. The hiwi pedagogy in the national or hili the manage sakwikship, yeah, the direct sakwikship, active learner ne the assume say pedagogy hina hiwi pedagogy hina transmission of message or transmission of ideas, okay, from yes, the transmission of ideas or knowledge or information from teachers to the students or the learners, okay. He chera shungawe jika he live it it traditional approach live traditional pedagogy live jika ocha bahimang the information he disseminates sabai, yeah. It was assumed that teachers are the trainers are the only one who can dispense the knowledge, who can from where the knowledge comes, okay, and the learners are often viewed as passive, okay, and they are often the recipients of the informations, okay. But in e-learning, there is a change, as in there is a shift, as in the pedagogy assumes that the students are very active. The students, they can self-direct their learning, and they can actively engage in the process of teaching and learning. Okay, and they can ultimately create new knowledge, right? China hiwi pedagogy na hikitha assumption he endorse ya. Like knowing active salake the knowledge of the create sa quick ship teachers dependency teachers dependency as the source from which they get the information, they are being reduced, and the teachers are often they are viewed as somebody who can facilitate, okay, not and the role becomes less direct. The function of directly disseminating information, it becomes lesser. Okay, but then the role of facilitating, the role of guiding, and also guiding the kind of the content, the guiding and also explaining and reinforcing, all of this becomes more much more evident in this new pedagogy, right? It's either pedagogy baliver ocha we mangay no knowledge trapai di ba hi sudame kharawe ya so ocha ba hina we role later clay concepts pingji hada connect sami ksha ya kala textbook limuk bisangai the clay or information male ari mapa pa ideas we linkage pa establish sakmi kala facilitate sakmi ba hi role ungtawe itum ari teachers ping role hile ya kawai clay jikaba this pedagogy assumes that students are very active, and students they can manage and they can also direct their own process of learning. Assumption assumption based assumption based pedagogy exists kasane ya kala pedagogy kwani prevails how jikaba itum the open learning system or open education movement within the influence this open learning or open education movement it radically changed the education by promoting and facilitating the ideas that all of us that means everyone should be accessible to education, everyone should be accessible to knowledge, okay, anywhere, anytime, and anybody. Hiwi ning panin he mixagora he or migtonga he information access sabaira, knowledge access sabaira, apam ngating did is salala kala gutong later knowledge being to reuse sabaira kala reuse sag by forming la high mirror jibawe ning he will ning chuk or he will motive in a open education movement shape sana kala he open education movement hinala itumu e-learning hini track influence sai yes ara yes jinara he we China hada mainly e-learning hiklegala hiwi perspective hiwi thing data perspective himomoin yang directly jibaji cover some area kala ara yan bin the second slide tamigla yes next slide yes kala okay ara hilitum the kivina rational or why there is a need for e-learning. Broadly, the young room say because this pedagogy is market driven, it is policy driven, and also very importantly, it is academically driven, right? Accessible salaka information knowledge education system so accessible salaka yes learning system so with the open system really endorsed sasa with the by me cardless bang bio ya mi kuchung kana aman cost for zakhaitli mi kuchung ka enroll sa bio ya just how with the students they become the consumers more students they could be admitted with the same cost, and also teaching at a distance it greatly reduced the cost yeah it way existing industry and commerce we IT practices he match sagi jing sao way yang so it is one very one rationale is that it is market driven. Second in the policy driven. Yeah, it way policy like declare yeah society prevails had the policy like declare. These are also very much hila it way. Are we information technology, information communication technology we influencing the yes hinaraza with the policy in the implement by or practice by psychology to ECT hitaga say yeah kalaga katuma live academically driven job with the hiba live itum learning system the knowledge through ECT we started dealing with the different representations of knowledge and we started developing a very scientific temperament. We started developing the intellectual reasoning, which is intellectual reasoning, which we can easily apply within the we can easily apply using this different technology and using this different using the different technology and also using the different what do you call it, communication system, right? And pedagogical rationale itum e-learning extensive open learning system we are more accommodating to that diverse and to that varied kinds of learning. Learning different kinds of learning or learning style open sama academics different kinds of learning where we use different kinds of our senses through our visions, through our through our body movement, through our, because we know that there are a lot of enhanced kind of games, enhanced kind of programs which stimulates our which stimulates us and that speeds up or that that enhances our learning process. And all of this, it represents this academically driven rationale. Next part of e-learning deliver some three kinds of delivery mode. Synchronous, second asynchronous, blended delay. Asynchronous we are they are at this, they are in the real time interacting with each other, right? Like for example, the webinar like this is the synchronous kind of learning. Because speaker ba student Ochabaji had the real time live lectures na real time interaction he synchronous hoye itum he had itum classroom, virtual classroom ya webinars video conferencing synchronous learning the hoye asynchronous by with flexibility they learn it at their own pace. Pre-recorded lectures access email information can or reciprocate because that conversation doesn't happen in the real time at the same place, but rather than but it happens but at the same time they not immediately asynchronous third blended feature synchronous and asynchronous learning play both synchronous and asynchronous online classes at the same time it in the Zoom class Google Meet email or Google document it way work not we odd or no being we report it to the assess some of the feedback that is asynchronous. Kalau kecik than the online lectures layai kesa recording sa kai sa je access sa lagajin the new learning source akang sa ka ba jin the new jin the asynchronous sai lekin ni shik jin this it will be blended learning the hoy ya jin ari atamitran it will be blended learning of blended form of e-learning is highly prevalent ya jina he tha culture shi jin he tha culture he develops a sejika or he tha enhance salakai or enhance sakamay gala integrative learning through based on information and communication technology he conducive kili chamerakle jikava when there are certain kinds of certain kinds of features which lies at the individual level, which lies at the teacher level, and also which lies at the administrator level, right? In the next slide, next slide, yes, he will slightly some kind of environment they are more conducive. Had environment kai ka chao khambai hika e-learning prevails sa kawaya first environment or he e-learning culture he prevails sang success or athim thing success because firstly individuals we characteristics the important say because he e-learning bahinava they e-learning with pedagogy banava they give a lot of freedom to the learners. They are viewed as very active and they are active creator and synthesizer of the knowledge. Just how with the individual Bowie profile. So individual Bowie characteristics, learner Bowie characteristics. Yeah. So if a learner is self-motivated, akladin the motivation, akladin the had ningsang curricular interest maintain sakshap, kala akladin the regulate sakshap. Yeah. Kala hikta personality being hibang conducive salake hikta e-learning here kala ocha bang lejika if they if the teacher have that kind of a facilitating characteristics or facilitating tendency kala opportunities ka creamy thaya ocha tha bing bang teacher e-learning he conducive sang sake kala administrator level tha lejika infrastructure provides some ikshap yeah infrastructure provides some mixture plus targas had software or internet connectivity had provide some mixture hikta being in the hikta factors in the conducive salakai or prevails how or conducive salakai environment hikta in the hikta hili it's in the learning gym by hikta culture hilia so very important itum kuvina prevail masa tugle jika somewhere or the other itum kuvina e-learning itum the effective masa tugle jika somewhere or the other it must be the factor of the infrastructure it may be because of the students characteristics it must be because of the teachers characteristics also just how would I really itum with shimshong panyung say jika it must be because of the accessibility issue mainly kuvina radaya jina Hiping he layai ka itumwe e-learning he conducive salake kala prevail sabai lake kala learning process learning teaching process smooth samay the function saraya hita culture hile kala nextly to the challenge yang say challenge hili kivine kle jika are we developing countries pingli are we especially jika itumwe country lisang kaya hili drop out the tume karawe e-learning li kivine kle jika there are many general factors, but there are some specific factors also. Are we had the it's in the points of he factor wine it drop out so he challenge directly the pedagogy for no salia. Firstly, to level of motivation, yeah. It learners power motivation. I can motivate sadly. Learning alitam jitay it has to satisfy his or her needs, yeah, and it's motivation theory in young cover. There are certain needs that we need to satisfy, and The first is that the need to have an achievement, the need for influence, and also the need for affiliation. So is the e-learning giving that kind of an opportunity where we can satisfy these needs, the need to achieve, the need to influence, the need to have a power, and also the need to affiliate. So if a student finds these needs, or if a student he himself are able to find or satisfy these needs through e-learning, then it is that means that the students will be very motivated, right? He will teaching system, he will teaching pattern he masam pangra katab nobaji motivated masamreya kala kakhinya banaba the challenges in terms of interaction and collaboration. Are to mitran interact the ideas exchange sakang rockly yes, via the technology, via the smoothness of the network. It depends on the smoothness, and it depends on the interruption makle hili latra khale yawe ya kala tamdakle atamitran itum interaction hi kya khale by kala interaction hi to what level it is necessary, okay, and to what level we can say that the interaction is very less, right? In a adequate or appropriate amount of interaction, it should facilitate in this e-learning. Another challenge, evaluation and feedback. Yeah, many people say that the current kind of the assessment is not fair. OB system evaluation system evaluation whether we should be whether we should be following the same evaluation system that we used to follow before the online classes. Okay, he will e-learning very one of the way out of the issue of evaluation is having a continuous assessment. The assessment session there may be assessment ji the feedback me or feedback committee consider salaga focus masa or extra work but assessment so evaluation and feedback, is it enough evaluation or adequate feedback are being given or not? That also becomes another challenge. The next part of a challenge might have flexibility. Flexibility here now with the if we look into the characteristics of a child or young learners, flexibility here now we patient as a lonely sense of discipline which we are still in the process of stage of developing with the conducive flexibility because this particular paradigm pedagogy, it endorses like anytime, anywhere, and anyone, right? So hili flexibility mana hai or depending on the age group and depending on higher education level, this may not be a problem, and also this may not be a problem for those who are professionals and who are working, right? The next challenge academic performance. Confidence because now we are seeing that feedback chances collaborate our knowledge valid or present chances because if we the active learner cover, there will be a lot of chances, but if students are passive learner in this pedagogy, then academic confidence chili by much quick or knowledge or take confidence e-learning because existing features conducive or Jahamakan Kana by Hileo. The last challenge had the attitude of e-learning. He attitude of e-learning he this is this is not the legitimate kind of a learning, right? Because this will always be like a second best, not, and it can never replace the traditional kind of a learning, right? The jikha we attitude related me kala he kubanya layout the taser decline ya itumwe kavat teachers being we la or teachers being teaching style la or infrastructure being infrastructures remove la just how the arwin tang the itumwe he we e-learning pedagogy he prevails by culture by he still forms hat layout with the itumwe attitude la had a blockage by attitude like highly trackly kala hinda itumwe challenge and sababum le ya jina ina hada hinda iwe last point you say kala yes kala hili hada arama itum discussion le saluse mission right
Oja peringam fungsinya entrance exam and syllabus ke jumlah dia.
Create hadari ma the safali the ning shi ka opportunity some I am, to be very honest, the least expected person, especially to speak regarding the career counseling and the Tatari here guidance mirror you shown the chapter here physical side the expectations are like some, but anyway the now being the difficulty executive being the opportunity coming out niche lagere to be very honest, are we social media item ojasa the clear an talaga explain some are we context with you the itum we learning pedagogy or meaning salad the epistemology of learning or with the knowledge we structure the hing chelak kaira or system hirang jela process hirang jela jikha we context is at the junka hambo pamare China tada in la tada achu topic ki mai tada mi kai kui wang wa relevant la mas hammer mi kai kui wang wa especially career counseling syllabus and trends yaw kita I hear very familiar tada eva tada teaser guy ne the syllabus kata ya entrance test kata la kata sarag la the teaser guy ne tada just kanalak machimra the pinning sharp bummer maybe if there's any one student that is now akmangla or knimangla if they can just grab something that the akap point out kni extract hasha buka tada itum wala ring pasar plus kadam now pinjin that dong ko khilong warno aju context little the majuk yang ke especially team aju team ba syllabus and entrance ta ba highlight the team ba the relevance lak to clean team ba is suppose for example coping with the new norm li ta the cop sa sikla general cop sa the clearly like okay du semester he say for example university semester he pandemic we ra kai with the jingum khni kan twitter the 2001 and about 2019 in fact 2019 December and about 2021 are rashungaira China may are we career counseling he especially the new admission quick exhibit them now ping athumang relevance lak sarapai shimshong leader living class 12 especially kukai ping or meaning suppose example shimni bam sala imphali kadam now pingla or meaning say for example ukuli sigat heart kathara tom boskora or meaning the even higher secondary village level the college in bangla a moment of anxiety meaning the fear at the same time excitement at the college li tamau tam gi yaw the college life the sangai la gere ka thau sik lei thum future here the bleak sala gan later you rejoice for the aim and ambition the career the the panic kasa atam la leipapam de then on the other hand the meaning la similarly gutam now being jaka ari now being in the sense graduation of the claiming first year, second year, third year, or the post graduation of the claiming that they themselves might also be going through a lot of challenges in the sense that skatha here create class satisfied he the cope of South challenges later with the disappointment lay right China he lead the Ari misosomin hang height Ari in some colleges itu nama yang say for example in Miranda House tam data claiming tam tran mi kedam now kai it's really a great opportunity for the passionate other claiming active other claiming active participant being wang atom other talakan en case au kita ke third tam ko ke chung khala le babam le le jima maning la the idea got presentation or no the PowerPoint presentation or no jimaning thalai thum ti pe la sa discuss la sa issue ka tong the sang ga thung wang ba other tam ko le thik le bam le kai ko wang yes pandemic here kra wang digital divide khle wang the kai have family with hardship la the network issue ra khle wang the many percentage around maybe 30 or long with the absenteeism logo chung le babam le logo da thum career le tioka saksu le babam le ji le thai babam le china thada in the syllabus entrance which relates sai in context whether we like it or not the online process of learning education here the currently all the by every pandemic tam what should have the quickly join policy makers thing that the plan that we the come chukla le babam le ka in a way ili hang ngai ban yes pandemic post pandemic the pandemic go by ka admission ka thala how ko pamaura college la physical classes la le pamaula by the shit sangai Jana shimli le de clipping in hang ngai ban but whoever is at home bit Manipur la Shimshong la Imphal la le de clipping I maybe I'll take a break then to the quiz hal pai maybe that would be a blunder or a mistake because you got very soon suppose for example admission late sa the hopok sala pai are with DUE information which should have maybe by the second week of July the entrance test kathala we process as pai hopok or the handle Jana area finalize the material ngai Jana the colleague size admission you open size Delhi University the admission go saba kana me khara to pi once jingum gajang khani thum ti lesa sal jingum how pokai open up sao jai ka the nana simphali gadam simni gadam li at least university level li interact sal in case sal ka thada ka chung different culture la different knowledge system la experience share sal tam ko ba valuable samai lakra ji thadai wi shan ga khui le yes chimli ma tambai me nei chimaning nei khachi wi thada advantage pros and cons labor bundle let's go back to the syllabus and ari so sorry syllabus and ari entrance exam muje chima warang laka chechi pau je jika tada say Delhi University we colleges ka chung ka lately Jamia la lately, Joalan Hero lately, General Amity College, especially every especially career counseling by college level with sound with supposed to exam NDA, UPSC or different kind of examination about the touch masala college level he could have the important sakla just had the hang nine. China the first aware sounds of Kaibanaba, Natum information the Junka something admission process to Katana Bokra. Kindly update yourself. Every website, university will la, only Jamia will hang certainly. Aju Jamia will shock July 5 in the last hour the admission process admission we form fill up the Saudi hang high the clinic. July 10 and the Seva mirror the hang Delhi University we got the second week of July second week of July. Or third week so hili khani lately jaka akhna open book examination meaning the merit based admission ka ar merit based admission jaw kita as kumma CBS exam ma thatur ta ka kali merit based and intak sauni liang few question then merit based and intak masau to kita thaka guy can speculate about okay there is a CUCSD Central University Common Entrance Test tiger he solve the whole student dong admission common entrance to the solve the National Testing Agency bashina he conduct salaga sami rajitule tiger he admission process he hui by thap by he ana solve lately. Guy can other opinion share Savannah, guy can okay, maybe we will consider merely the class 10 mark sheet or even the class 11 later the theoretical marks to the acquire sakai but Jimali assessor to suffice solved by the guy number doing area and the criteria and assessor the humble one. Come yes. Matriculation undergraduate and the postgraduate we are definitely entrance test sababamra jibaji post graduation ba we bana suppose exam MA ga thawi or PhD ga thawi MPhil ga thawi jibat na real ki ne July ga thale admission ba here entrance safra la ka omani ka merit na sa sal admission of course July ga thale I mean September ga July is last week September ga thale sanau ki Janara in a hilly relates but what is the point is that the essence is that no matter it is late or early, be prepared for it. Prepared solo. Could you command entrance test bahi perhaps it will maybe a blessing in disguise. Could you suppose example, let me give you an example. Manipur University Board of Secondary Education in Ghana. Whoever scores a first division, whoever holds the first division, it's one of the most brilliant students at the because CPSC we marking system suppose LSR later the admission 99%, 99 or 100%, or first list, second list, third list. When it comes to the college, the Hindi medium in this regard, more or less, they are the privileged section, especially when it comes to Delhi University. The top colleges being here, the the educational colleges, suppose example LSR Miranda Jesus and Mary Ivy College at the country Jangi the chances energy avail songs ngai the G Ningli Shaptik ngai then okay, let's get back to the entrance could you many a times suppose example or he advised me he valuable because I'm already aware of all the syllabus my choice. He in suggest he maybe don't take it as we are never here for any imposition. We are here to give you an option, choice pa the proton sar gan na ga chipani chang lakla no passion jikali no talent jikali lekle ari Picasso na khang that every child is born an artist. China no passion, no curiosity, no inquisitiveness, no rigachang. China determines when it comes to the entrance test and our syllabus available sadly in explains genuine mang explains us or even Kernana no really science leading some particular subject he this is the reason he political science leading some he or economics leading some even entrepreneur sangai commerce in something or philosophy in something because I love wisdom, for example. China philosophical concept. When you want to learn something, it's not merely the factual accumulation or knowledge. Suppose it is society, social media like a chong being in the time the relevant information that many a times clarity of concept or links are relevance connects you complexity resource a little learning is a dangerous thing with problem challenges first thing is clarity of concept, conceptual clarity important. Okay, entrance test the conceptual clarity. Suppose for example Kerala we being 90% queer 99% queer is conceptual clarity class 12 we being conceptual clarity NCRT or different ports clarity concept information to article signal concept contextualize. Suppose for example the environmental concern the theory of climate change suppose for example none society institution matters of policy making impacts suppose ramshong I environment deep concern the love for those subject knowledge deep understanding, deep knowledge, conceptual clarity in physics economics importance another thing is till university when it comes to the syllabus suppose choice of the subject by honors later then PA program and honors or vocational study lately or should know NC web non college women's education board lately at SOL lately then option lately then honors go quit run tran yes ara in earlier the GNU the course design structure highly academic the highly the intellectual academic with this course the relevant important critical thinking with TU revised syllabus in the sense that the society relevant he applies contextual application 12 with the TU syllabus TU syllabus honors or PA program quickly jipping he mathala gay the suppose example in the Miranda House political science and or TU syllabus political science and economics quickly combination subject combination kind of philosophy and economics quickly kind of history and history and sociology or economics commerce the combination another clinic everyone we stage interdisciplinary approach with the akamang in the mashup if possible that the knowledge you could don't accumulate the interdisciplinary approach and such occur at the mathalaki even different exam na result na conceptual clear sai ka exam ka di misal la chunga relevance sara suppose ari miranda house di tam na ko kuidak le even to economics kuidak le me to political science with GE course ka kui ping the smart la sa intelligent la sa hardworking la sa passionate la sa tam ngai la ga na la ga the tam kui mang maning la say for example sir is mo career chang ta thalia UPSC mang sara da kui sai or kihiga I subject himang hi importance are more to say ara I sir itum suppose subject ni ko political science honors chi college ko ai ka master li ko bai mo or economics ko bai mo itum the option of chung ga later ita da ji sen sen da ka hang la sam ji of course I'm diverting too much from the given topic then khang ta ya khan ba okay ji da au gi da say JNU will ngau say you in a JNU shong JNU come taba na arana education tamra gi wang tum tran ba idum he arwe athang hang kai dal digital divide leo gi to online le comfortable ma saka chung ko le idum ling chang ma ka suppose like but them ngai lak ga tha da chang ma ga lazy ga sa da discipline ma le perseverance ne tha da resilience ma le idaw gi da adai thum hi the quality of that you must live on the shake lately kai ga being of suppose as a learning meaning something ng chang galak active salak ka salak kang te song ka thal la da thum area ji da success ching data da apply sal le ba China JNU ka tha hi kai kan ba economic condition ki thum ma ka sa la ka like tam le ji kai thum economic background mam tha ba tu ki da chim chong lu ka chung ga ja da thum hi few are in the middle class and elite section it the labor problem the job struggle financially kind of financial position condition pa ya tarkar sala kana tum arhon modern education system le itum create ga pning baria say for example as itum simple na pning out no pisa shong the ja ma pning will be very wrong approach China other to context yung ga suppose JNU tha hi nothing merit later JRF SRF net clear sara or even ICAR la kang they do science la like once into the system is some shop by the education very minimal cost quality education kang they will prospect lately then the syllabus strong like PA and how about PA je ka PA later there are different languages kang they discipline ma leng the language course le automatically like French, Spanish, German, Korean, Arabic, Persian, chunga le I wonder being community being a chunga like Hari now no atom strategy ka thakla atom chili changwa entrance test pass Chika Sakai utility Mangmatang later on economic study political science CPS JNU CPS Center for Political Science with department is the best or one of the best center by God's grace as a some of the JNU entrance now the JNU culture man entrance of the department the subway Lagot later on just a some man of PhD and MPhil the candidate from China hands and I yes many times us Korean language or German language French language no atom PhD like sala little translated like sala little pisa shong income shong the chunga the labor China any concept link high ding sak hai ban syllabus and translating sak hai ban are we language jega suppose example it me conceptly serious sa damo quick as language ya tu ma tu vai mang man da ini da da khran sa vai mang da assume sa pai ke nana thuk mai da khiang ji trans language khila khang a certain writer guy as language is a structure thak lang da pillar da ko shem da da tum language khaning ga ka ne ke ji wang ne hi relevance ra in a makang sak tre in a strong sang sak le he structure society wang that the function sara ji in a system mong that organization mong that he limit le ji that kai no interpret kai kan suppose example language is power suppose tui he suppose itum chong chi itum na relate sa ka khanamak sha khana kang khok tui ma sha ka khana khok in the way we can relate with that or jamang la power cái thà đó chịu different form and power le how chịu chỉ thấy tụi mình chụp bài không thế à nó suppose to cái này language is a tool communicate sa vai vang meaning has a meaning hermeneutics cái thà đó interpret sa cái thà đó communicate sa cái chịu cái này ba to some other philosophers like Wittgenstein không thế thì a language is a game. Language is a game and language nó có thể play out sao là gì chứ in này hang không ai bảo nữa nó tụi mình entrance cái sao đừng tràn gì syllabus cái đừng tràn đấy concept chỉ thúc mấy đó young lo chứ thay cái you will definitely will be very easy to clear the syllabus ở language li cái han gì ở in mà pa nào cái language là thằng han được lấy chi suppose nên tụi nó German không ai thì cái German với culture cái thà Spanish không ai cái Spanish với culture tụi history cái thà tụi society cái thà tụi literature cái thà chú thì không general knowledge không hẳn ra chú thì quantitative là không hẳn ra chú thì quantitative mang là mang là general awareness verbal reasoning tất cả thà chỉ basic computer chỉ thà chỉ prepare cái sai chỉ cái it is not very difficult past 10 years question being khai yang ai bài thay cái chuyện bài mai or when it comes to suppose master say the content later being history ra economics ra even international relations or say for example life science lately microbiology lately biotechnology lately then arts and aesthetics lately the chung lately masters with here entrance space lake graduation with entrance space ni then a masters with entrance space out the graduation we suppose political science cái graduation with political science có thà gì suppose it mới CPS li giáo sư political theory focus ra for example political theory of both the Western and the Indian political theory thì mang political theory mang mình là thảo cái political concepts political philosophy không thấy different the India without Western without chỉ mang mình là Indian government and politics constitution cái thà the operates policy processes comparative politics institution the syllabus và thà prospectus là lấy mít lấy nó thùng prospectus check xác hiểu được sắm ngon đấy chỉ bắt ta phải có cho nên chú long li park mà người ta chỉ lấy cái thùng freely you can ask tận thùng individually được mà bây giờ he concept park mà ta mà này ít thay đó chỉ thay cái interview finally selection sai cái interview later cái thà thùng PhD level la admissionของที่ละlấy sara I in không thể mang người cái này, ari mẹ tâm không thể professor Kanil là tâm ba miao cái question and answer hourly nó thùng specific area lấy sắc cái đó hàng ra sản nào lúc đó chỉ bao interactive sắc mình pa miao rồi những scenario cho
những scenario ở giờ social media na ở giờ phim ngầm đi anh ấy na bây lang anh na point đi tắt sát sar lagai cái đó tâm phim hay vang những scenario cái là armala discussion question hour lida sumai da armala tam khimili se ariwa courses and subjects ke jiwi maramili ja khachungla chalang assistant professor Janki Devi Memorial College Delhi University ana tam khimirno kala ana kukhai thili admission process ke jiwi maramili ja NK Murepi assistant professor MIT Institute of Anthropology MIT University ana tam khimire ya tami moron khimirno
Okay, so tigel di basin ning scenario ko ina matuilaga magsatan me hang minyaw len sundiyo Aria ka pandemic wine si pasatan ni tigel di basin na hitada program organize adar lehi so ai na jine laga itum na ri ta ka hai iba last century ga ganing 1993 le chiwena thingla na tigel di basin na atam ka chi the admission process atam le daily be 45 degrees li chad lagang chonra shum gai thai laga ari la na thumna hi we continue sadar le yang he was selfless service by he are mamang salak mrio chena na shi tigel dila maling mai no yo chena ari ili kindo chi aka laga aka ban ba ili la hi we atam khimi khwai khami hi ningsina jang ko in a kete bo thai and especially in our korean hangout pe we Delhi University li kagawai na mahila kaina brain so mi da ili hilil otpom ni haida even 93 and ari till now till retirement from in a VRS movie zaka jaina ari hili putting premium na iwang la pai me kha da sami haine ane iwi hangi jibin ga tra hangsang haine ka in the hangai la khali ko mai jaina iwi hi more like Delhi University based like ari initiative geldi na hiwi admission process si jamthada 15 July la phok ori jata atam hili nasin atam chana the hili thai ngai bing hili kai de le ari chang personally the physically makar sala la hili tamre gi jibing me bangai ni da khila sami de le hi organize sami de le hi kam hang san yo jena ka jo ken screen ji actually the share sangai is the in a note ka jo down sa hai bing yang ka hili enable masa pai de le la actually the katha hili ko hos masa mi pai do
Ashi co-host sadly, ashi check sadly.
Kala, okay, in a hili screen share sak ngai ti. Yeah, hibahine. In atamazang my sare ari, yeah, I'm sure I'm doing 20 in the civil mata hoisa say January. Delhi University in Hangai that the even many by Hang Jiang Mojan, it is an institute of eminence. Young it in Kigali Google Salga Sakaba 1922 set up Sanaji, Samangre, the website du.ac.in. Now, what I want to stress on is why Delhi University, we all know, yeah, Delhi University, Wang Yaka. Mikong sought after later Latam Hili, Kivang Jikula, personally Lahang Logic for me, it is a ticket to a successful career. Yeah, 10 Hili, 91 colleges, 16 faculties. So that means there's something for everyone. Okay, actually generally reasons as to why you ought to be in the university. I just want to reiterate as to why you are and how you're in the best place. So there's an international acclaim, symbol of excellence there. But when it comes to the faculty, all the distinguished faculty members are there. They were also there. Manmohan Singh, issue former Prime Minister, and the faculty members are and then we have Amartya Sen. Jenjam Sadari illustrious alumni, he carving and especially if you need a woman role model, Jaga Aung San Suu Kyi, Elisarena. If you're into Bollywood, then you have Amitabh Bachchan and the Shah Rukh Khan, ex-CM of Delhi ji, Sheila Dikshit, and we have the ex-finance minister, illustrious alumni. When it comes to teaching, he another thing in a kang. Itum thay shimli lagatam may class salak labor bum college lang made the college neither had exist labor bum jine. And by the way, Pingam Illuminant house libum sajine, in a you read the Tandle Sikas Halaga, strict mining Rishi Sardini by he principal J. The Jilip Kigler Convent School, the Taiban had the strict Salagan lay how Lajumatini, MPS Livaka, Amingwa Manchuna, the many probably school Jadash Hayam Kathala. In a jiliki learn as Haklejika glass bang Saba prestigious institute. When I came back to when I came to Miranda House, Iwi Killer graduation atam jili, itumna hili class next class the Vagasahi. By the time we reach the next classroom, the teacher is already there. So what I'm trying to say is teaching happens. At its fullest, Delhi University is a public university, join affordability by he. But I English in age cover all the other private universities, for example, Jindal Air, Amity Lere, Kidariji, Mongajonan, the Tere, University Kaman Saklek Jibaya, Talamatana. Of course, in a way, he modern infrastructure of Sangakazala, when compared to Amity, he Kiklamaning anyway, by high salo. And when it comes to the courses, I read on diverse and then again, besides the extracurricular activities, any of the society we can be a part of. I'll come to that later. Jena hili kathakle campus he not campus out campus later of course it's very vibrant. Hili we get all the exposure. Ari hui student being here we get from all over. Ari Jamsade I come from the remote area of Manipur, and at the same time hili Delhi people come from South Asia, from this thing, even from America, even from Latin America, and then we have African exchange students. College hostel 5 seats are allocated for this foreign exchange students. In we get to learn about a culture. So, this becomes a real melting pot, where this in cultures blend ever so freely, right? Then hili cultural activities, for coming masala kunjitla, khangda thailak laga kata salala ashama alungli wazanga say jibajli introvert awana likhila masate ji jovangaina hili cultural societies and festivals hili where this is one place where we can shine. China kiwangle jikava especially especially northeasterners being he music jangliva so talented join in by harness hang sangai jikane in a masakwe satu the arena shopping cars being me sang Jena Delhi University. One of the most important that it teaches one independence and responsibility, and especially for commerce students there is excellent placement opportunities. Package you talk to your seniors. Ari course kili sangai no passionate decides seniors you go to this website called this something called College Predictor, where you have to fill in your particulars starting from your class 12 marks, and then your preference for science or arts it will show you as to which college is most appropriate for you. In Hanga, he don't exports as a login, senior being now the information is at your fingertips. Are now shopping me tax heavy cycle binding now. Let me come to the main one, that is Delhi University offers a range of courses. Atangwi honors political science, common the Vaishila, meaning Hanko Vaishlan, Wadi, Uncle, Tadala Kimatane, Kujija passionate teachers at the clinic, the Kwaway, BA honors, BSc honors, become honors, and then BA program, keeping the tone, he categorized Sasaride. But one common thing that runs over here is you should have finished your class 12, and then in commerce, arts or science stream. Best of 4 budget, best of 4 budget admission at the calculates, and it's all merit based. Okay, now. One thing which always there's always a confusion how the year in and year out also. BA program compulsory Hindi test it is exempted. College no, you have to go for either Hindi A or Hindi B. I am talking, this is meant for BA program, but you go not for BA honors. Are Northeasterners and Kashmiris who had studied in their home state. Exam sajani chubangina arihi na ashama applies harija the class 8 with certificate where it says no, I studied Hindi only till 8th, which we certificate ahi school na miye chibaji radiant high otherwise nana kya ha obviously things hang salala if the kiddo you need documents to prove that yes, you did not study the Hindi in your 10th or in your 12th. But remember, this is mandatory for students. Even if I'm a Northeasterner, if I had finished my plus 2 from Delhi, exam admission information now. The related we have this national education policy, which is NEP 2020. Because of the pandemic, there's not too much of a pressure that session of course, with all the recommendations, they're working on it. So since the preparation is on, compulsory Hindi test Tangkulva mathabai layang when it comes to Manipuri or Assamese or Bengali, they don't have any problem. Yang atuma he recognize how ya the itumibang were he tangkul mathabai to the will have to end up writing this compulsory Hindi test. The Javangin Arikatani issue we kulika being very active kasabi or evening koyo he being hina Delhi University Teachers Association ni representation hi darkar sa plungai da atmi kharjan sa pokain even before ari NEP mara chawrang salala diko ari inaba hilipa mai da iba mai yojan da the ED effect masamni da phing lipai yang khathalala ari ragaji ragaji or bali implement masa chaw sala nextly sagaji baji because in this NEP 2020 bali regional languages by there's a lot of emphasis, as we all know. China, akang hibai kita be honest with multimedia, media, RMMC, and the BBS, and the BBA kita hili atomic entrance lay. And as to how it works is like they have to sit for something called that DUJAT, that is joint admission test, online. And so when you qualify for that, then you are eligible to apply along with your class 12 marks. So I think he entrance he for sure from now. I think again, actually the Hili generic elective, the G courses, the Hang Haibahi, the most interesting thing about this course that is on that is the choice-based credit system. I am a political science teacher. So you a student being Hungary skill enhancement by them, which to other subject being student being here, for example, science stream and no, commerce I don't know, BSc Maths, Hindi honors, Sanskrit, whatever, it just does not matter. Yeah, from all the stream, from all the subjects, from all the departments, they can study political science paper. For example, it could be nationalism in India or politics of globalization. Now, the most interesting thing and the most beneficial thing here is they can change their G courses. After the first semester, they can change in the second one, or our second year with third and fourth semester, for example. Yeah. So now, as to how that helps students is, at the end of it all, you gain proficiency in 2 languages, 2 subjects. Yeah. Then I think political science, contemporary generic elective most subsidiary subject the whole side. The China tita haida Aribaba, I can diversify or I can even switch, right? After my graduation, I can even go to other subject, right? Because now I know what the thing sociology is all about or what psychology is all about. If I am interested, I can easily switch. China to be the most beneficial thing about G courses. And in the classroom itself, as to what's most interesting is that in a student maths when normally maths and humanities neither somehow quieter than other students, not as for coming as a sociology, for example, or economics. Politics of globalization here, we are talking about globalization. So when an economic student applies this, different theories from their economic perspective, it becomes a linked process for me too. The Jaina Hili, it is a two-way street. Can you learn say among in the Ojan in the same thing, Nekatan Hili, Tilikiglan and social media hangai tata. Now, another thing which you have to know when you come to your graduation level is here, skill enhancement courses. In a student, my own political science students, first year and second year. For example, there is a paper called Your Laws and Your Rights. They program so what I'm saying is, bio program there is already a political science paper. And then again, another paper has to be taught by my department to those people who has a combination of political science, economics or history, HDFE and all the rest of it. Right now, TG Leira, I hope, are you getting me? I'm able to get through to you. So now, I think now here, let me come back to you. The co-curricular activities by he, itu matane NSS and NCC mang leksa. The societies were not as active, but now everyone. The world is all about documentation that we know. China, even as a student, I need some kind of a thing that is written on paper, right? Seal, sign, and everything. If I'm part of some society, then for me later on it really benefits. Yeah, China Hili, Hili Western Music Zangpai and also NSS Zangpai, Peace Club Zangpai, surgery, just in case Namazangar Mane Jizai, there is this society called a Notice Society, and now this Notice Society is there in each and every college. So whether you like it or not, you become a part of it. Now, that alone is not enough. You are supposed to be very active in that, right? At the end of it all, in an association in charge, or whether if I am the convener of this particular society, then we issue certificates. Now the internship for any kind of job opportunities, China, so I please are now shopping the could you please make sure that you are part of as many societies as possible. Okay, this helps in your all-round personality development. Forget about not to forget this employability. China, this one is not voluntary. This one is voluntary, not mandatory, but the most important part, which I feel, okay, this are called the short-term skill-based and add-on courses. So as I have written here, it is voluntary, but very beneficial in the sense that now there are lots and lots of options. Language courses as to what you can become. You can work in the embassy, you can become a translator. Once you are skilled in something, it's like the opportunities will just open up, right? For example, foreign languages, there are a lot, it's there in many of the colleges, all right? St. Stephen's to CSC to GMC to Hindu to everywhere, right? Now, in the experience in a thera high, because I with this kind of information I can tell you with conviction that it works, right? Then arichams are the issue Pradipha foundation courses this is meant for competitive exams. Internet business. Okay. This is run by my own department, which is political science. Of course, it is like module we have 100 students. First year, it didn't sell much because people are not very aware. Now, just across the road, China. Prelims registers of course you have to sit for an entrance because there are too many applicants. Yeah, you clear the entrance. Then what happens is you have to pay 1.5 lakhs for that. How the general category candidates age bar what they do is they prepare ever so well. China, after graduation, they take totally 2 years to prepare for this UPSC, for example. Yeah, China, Ari Hili, Kathakle Jana, Minarathi, the first issue is student open saxani. So the next time we open up to other colleges, and now what happens is Ajikuma Miana Lesson Sakaini. Then he could actually check over fee the 5,000, yeah, for the whole course. China. As I said, he the competitive exam writer, for example, he Indian government and politics in the emphasize and at the same time Constitution of India also makes a very big chunk, and there is a course on personality development, and of course this reasoning, we had analytical skills, there are general awareness he a short-term course it could be in an intensive three months course, or it could be a 6 months course. Yeah, it's up to you. Just make sure that you take up something, right? Because in a employability badge, and of course it enables one to adopt a more holistic approach about everything, okay, towards life, towards one's studies, okay, and not to forget that it really adds an edge, this thing on your CV. Now, Jane Atang again, say in School of Open Learning ji ari hi kilo changmadai long nama thai sala pai yo ka itum atam li hi School of Correspondence course ho sa chitlo. Jane Arba School of Open Learning ne Jane hi bi kanna ji kita hale ji ka ba inan thumni discourage ka saba maning mo ko yang ka hili atami honors courses ka thai masam na maning ching chang masam mang thurei ji ka ba Hiwi School of Open Learning we admission back you always can make it. Then another benefit which women gets is atami NC web pahi. Then since most of these people who go to NC web colleges, they do not have the time really for a regular 9 to 4, 3 whatever classes every day atumi bang here. Delhi University, we can do semester breaks, for example, or gazette holidays. Kathali, atumni class ko meet. Right? Jena chita. Ari Baba, Hili All India Ranking Survey of Colleges. He 2021 ne. It is very updated. Jena Hili different streams accordingly like ne ka ina mahangshok because if you Google this information is like so readily available. Yeah. Ka nana subject ke jibali zangli jikle jiwati shota hiwi no way of course percentage will matter a lot here. Gently and raw art stream, science stream ke jibali phamai leg jibaji jan inatang hangai the college predictor televilo and there's something called what is that career trend at 60 Google salo, and at the same time try talking to your seniors. Somebody is already here and kido itumla if you need informations then we'll try to help as much as we can. Then hili science stream katong like hili something iram bashi itum meaning hina commerce and science ba hili chungnada Iwang maning sang ne chikaba itna mathem ne the mahang bai salyang joina ili ari business management studies ka thawili chawla hila kiklowine Ari Baba hili yeah most popular colleges yeah hibai like then again we have top colleges for business management now he really atang kiendo most hili top colleges, for example, there is our India Today ranking, otherwise there's Nielsen ranking, lots of rankings. Just go through it all, and you will see this Syed Bhagat Singh Bahiba top BBA college now. It in the first Kashali Delhi College in Thamai St. Stephen's sharing, but then we do not see top BBA college here in Kigla business. That is because St. Stephen's does not offer this course. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Chubangina, what I mean to say is, it'll come to it during the concluding remark. At the low profile colleges, Paji, then I mean, Mashalagrani, that Paji, Mathaymi, Masano Yang. I mean, lay brand lay, Jisada lay Salala, Atanwi, department Katong, college Likam Tamani. Of course, teachers are as qualified, ka department in Matak, my mom tak, my mobile. For example, just in case you in a kido competitive exam foundation course, kahangba he, colleagues being he, UPSC aspirants mentors had it. So meaning to say, some are as qualified. Now, the name of my college is not here in most popular colleges in North Campus nor in South Campus. Reason could very well be that mine is an off-campus college. But now with that metro connectivity, last year we, for example, issue we political science honors situation 94 and how pop make don't undermine any of these colleges just because you're not supposed to undermine the off-campus colleges does not mean that you can just give your names anywhere, okay? Because change lots of bottlenecks is high. Then Asha Mandali Hindi medium or Hindi medium I teach Kasali Vata Saika, Chipajina Chopitla, Chivanga in a Hangne, Tem me, it the Masal will get him like the Penning and the Tem Lagina. I tell you the Pennings of IG attitude budget of Muffins of Florida. Admission line side road, he looked on when information to Quilla, Talakina, Akalina, and the rings of tennis how Pigeon. Look, please, Chango. run ne din khang chili ba phung rei chlam nim ko yang chen athangwi history no chiva humanities zangai science no we avo avan hili sang sangai de na chiba jo sa pung de lamalin ne kala avo valil in the akhang ngai suggestion ko also an advice anaw na masa ngai ji the pressure misala la or the shop chit la chiki to sana rel prak show khai lang wal jam ji yang ashama both sides, that is the child and also the parents, they lose out in the end the chiki to tonga ki maring paba chungbai hai je jena no interest kli lately no passion kli lately jibaji nan ga thenya and also no we ava ding ga thene chwaina hili this got to be a balance jena chithai jena I think in a Delhi University, why Delhi University, all the points as to why you should be here, all the plus points being J. Lay sir hi salala nanajui facilities baji mathada messaging too. Laji if you're not diligent in your work, right? And if you're not sincere at all, just because you have been you are in Delhi University does not mean that after you graduate, hili package mathana danali job is right the clever money from jitla. Chuwangai na yang our information technology here advance kasa tam hili the tumla exprom thalan salo ya like mathala kaina na tumna tamgi lam thalan tam se jikaba atami commerce lila especially science lila business lila management sauli chung baidarang sakai na chini yo chena chamdo na tum hili guys being na tum national being ava being psycho na tum lila mahai khamai sarno like tada timok sa like it mila ngachon ka pai like hamra salo ning shlagai and all the best to all the newcomers yo so sang matai watam ku bai kon na singo pai
share adiba admission process pe maram din bata exam mo pinili
e audible sir le yang
mai sat le
panelist bingam thala ken hang ye re tada in hangi jilak jung hangai re kha tada keteu kha additional tada hangwa paisa ke okay in the first place TKLD we executive partially ni shichung ko pongchok le tada important sala kai webinar atam chala ke na organize sangmi wangning shichung pongchok le la hili radung the clay participants being katong nala tada kanda sam bangra de shitsange ari in a ari matui gi ari atam la ma later yang almost 6 tada minute thra sugar maximum 15 minutes so gali sang paisa admission process hi la jong fellow panelists being tada touch sam ye re ka kete tada hangsang we okay admission process li ma barang la ka matala kai ni na hang khaya khale jika ari subject to saryang admission masarang ka first key subject queer key stream vara key subject queer ji thada ningli laser lere ju subject choice team thala kai ne ari previous speakers being la hang ye yang matala kai na ka pang sak ngai ye mai next university ka pang chila dakar sa ye kha matala kind of subject he tada itong we popular sala kai subject or abavana ka hangji thada quiz na jing why even ari hone dang the national kai interview li thum na khang hali kiwang hi subject ki kiwang ne chu sa jigle jika tada mina suggest ai or abavana hang ye jik chung ka ngawa theory la ari we atam li la kha ji thada musang sangai ne ari participant being he students 11-12 we jung jang glere de shitsange jena rivrana itumli kshemli awi purpose lelaga kshemnyang awi purpose abu lelaga kshemne jena itumwi purpose chi itumwi career in link sa jitla ogtoi itum kringli rivrana kami purpose chi sa wai mang tam leyang jena ring shite na thada hilila jilila majila matala kaina SSR la ka subjective bang sangai kiwang ka jika itungwe subject we ati should now the itungwe career chi link sa ba myang jena subject choose ka sa hili ka thakle jika national jung ka course midway wal ka hi wamning chang mene or course ka kubai la ka turns out that hi mning chang mene ka te khwinga ye da atam jung ka west ka sa ngaba jilla jena subject him thalang na ka pongro admission sarang la ka read widely ari no we interest let's say ABCD subject le chao se admission khwirang la ka jim thalakai na payang lo yang everything is available ari hon va internet li ka tong zang le yang jena ji thalakai na payang lo la ka even se hasa la ka ki subject chusa ka phami thuir kla jila thada se hasa lo itum na thalakai na poka rivrana ki phami thuir kla ji an author ne yang itumi an itumi take by a bongli matui mira hang mira jitla jena assess what you are good at yang arts science la commerce la or a specific subject I ki haina mai le jile yang se laga katay ka assess agi jina do I have what it takes to pursue the kind of career according to my subject choice chila yang sangai let's say for example kai kana law khuye chau se chi we career we demand kasaji do you have what it takes to pursue or engineering or any course jena kati chau we hai kana ji lam thang aken ssa laka admission sarang laka subject ji thai laka admission sang sangai hi thada admission process ji mahangrang laka thada hangai ne hewangla jika zingum kathum tamlaga thaugi jimi muning ne lifelong ji subject ne thada kutungdang la attach thaugi jine mai kai ka stream change ka sala nga waye ka thada mathala ke na I ki li haina mai kle ka jipa subject li in a thai mai kle ji la ssa la ka zatna sangai ya jena ari okay admission really EPPT la ma sham thore ngalang zarnai da jena thada few points thada hita hang okay ari admission we yang ka may new education policy khara jena ari central university common entrance test katha sa vai thada plan wale ka ari this year really yang ka thada kachita university na thada conduct sat le yang chi thada may chui differences la le thada debatable ka ari ri scenario yang ka kachita university na katong sat le itum diu iwa jungjang panelist ni ngai na la kathai sambangai re ari kathai university bingwi la teu ka thada hangai okay akana admission process hili or even new education policy he katong thada thain implements our jika every year it will be like no choice ne yang he will coursely or he will university li na pursue sangai ka continue sa wangai ka kathagle jila thada choice le ai jiwa thada flexibility ji le me ai jila for example du we college akli first yearly subject ka sa la ka thada daily wangai ka thada or na stop sangai ka certificate course phangra second year in the tamla ka shongai ka diploma sam phangra chuithili 3 years with degree 4 years with degree with research ka thada chui option wa chungwe yang ari it depends on the university also ishi MET university liva thada this semester in ari 21-22 section in NEP we thado implement sa by syllabus ki tong le sham gai ne ji da support ko da jena it depends on the university also ka ki dala ka the university ko tong no roll out sa ka every year student being ka pang bai jitla jena very interdisciplinary saure subject ki subject ka chu sa sala la jena major course ara juithili minor 1 minor 2 major 2 the layer thada subject chung khatam re mai student bing wang wa phanai riang laka choice chi chung mai da le re ka china university china implement sani ka masani kle gi agale yang this year of course ka tong sare UGC we ki ka sai da tong sare ka this year hi sani ka masani kle accordingly chu le ka arui we ba ka cha university na kare format aina thada sasertle admission process hi ari speakers ping lahang yera update check sa shong thungre ari kika university kai ko wa close side ka extend salwi kai ko wa ma shokrang ari Delhi University wila mid July le sara da hang le la MET University we ari sa mung le ari 15th July hi last date sau ki jine for this batch ka seat hang sa ka sholoi re ji ta da sa sa re chena matang yang ta vai sa se akana ari honba process hi online sa how gita there are few things that we need to keep it ready yang admission process chi masarang ka ari date due we masograng yang la kai ko we da tha sa mahung dele admission process chi masarang la ka few things like photographs photo Jenny e-signature and scan document or even phone the scanner things are layang Jenna in the scan samung la thada to skill develop sa se thada kai ko makhaida or clear mak sa jitha late la ka tong ji photographs la signature la e-signature Jenna certificates mark sheet ji ka tong scan sa la ka hai lo la ka university we are tissue to specification the later size specification accordingly ji edit sa resize ji important sa lake chena ji handy and ari du ra riang ari notification ku shock or portal ku shomang rai le hi to hi ari wena arrange support paere chena email hi dakar sa phungre mi kai khaba email shoi la ka cha la ka shol ka password malai da arama details ko to ji license ara login sa bai thore da khalang bai yang malai ka thar shok lo chena email id password na ka thai chena phone chena online transaction we ATM la net banking la any mod ko to hi online sa wi da hi ko to handy ena da prepare sa la ka hai ka phare atam safe sa bai chena check sa ki jia kana university we websites ka to ong lim thala ke na check sa courses ping thim mai le khle ji ta da website li zang sa le ne chena ji yang chena campuses numerous campuses le yang ari for example MET we campus chung khle ye chena ka ba campus li khwingai khle la ga ji we teacher the subject le re ji ka tha la ga eligibility criteria Chena course fee G admission process sarang la ka ji ko everything is available on the website ji tada detail in pa ka phare ari of course DU JNU yang ka MET hi ka expensive sa yang ka tada courses like MBA engineering ji ka expensive sala ke ka general course expensive sa na ghailam samne tada comparable sang ba chilang ba ye chena chila option ji explore sa pai re chena utility check sa gi jina ari admission we link chena procedure every university we ngatai sa yang requirement ki ngatai sa re ji katong ji detail ni yang prong re laga akhana selection criteria hi ngatai sa re ari du with UG we hi merit based yang PG we kajung dang entrance de sai itum we tamli la ari la thada sat le yang chena university kajung dang hi UG we merit based in sai ka kata university like MET entrance de sara juitili interview le ari hon ba thada online in sasat le yang chila chena university chui ati sure the selection criteria la ka thakle ka thada conduct sakle gichila thai pungra accordingly prepare sa pungra ari UG và chỉ thấy cái PG và cái trung gian entrance test with interview kể lang vai group discussion kể lang vai group discussion cái thay hi iram song và leadla thada minang han kamang han kadla group discussion li ari cái tay your chat ping yang ka thada matui vai cái ngarai là cái thada khamatui li iram song mi ba chắc mang sang kharar chithalang vai yang chen hi la practice up kongre chui selection process chili group discussion kita zang ye ka thada topic kita ka prepare sa la ka thada the right way procedure kla gichila la ka or interview like accordingly thada as a part of the process he could only prepare kasa hi darkar sa ye chena ari last date we binja athang panelist kay ping lahang ye ari diu we mid July li sapopra the shortly in la website yang la kamazang jena ina sono bing lang thingwa la ka mid July li sara dang le jena ko prepare sapopaya MET we ari sat le ye first round of admission till 15 July sara jena MET we na ka thakla jika everything is processed through admission microsite in a maybe website pinjik we share so ari sharing right jikde ka transfer sa meo kila
chân mi nên là co-host méo nó rồi ở chỗ này phải đi
co-host sao vậy
okay Jane thada ari hi website pindi yang ka to nga jang sere Jane diu in la thada no thum tong la thada yang da le re du.ac.in chili thada yang la ka theo re Jane okay just a second ari MET Willy yang ka hi met.edu le wa ke admission le re hi chen admission which li click sa hi campus being tong thada ke jipali khungai kle juwe athi shoda le or chen microsite li register sa re microsite register sa ka all the information will be communicated through the microsite ita the register sa ka I mean mobile number ki tong hi enter sa or fresh application we wang chen hili katong details being payment like a personal detail educational detail all the information will be filled here chen admission ari we MET we kita detail hang ngai wa diu we ba tung tang familiar sa sar kai la ka MET we hi ari katung kana la familiar sam ne chen thum ram nau ping la kai ka call ku sa nang wa ye thada hi la option explore sa ka pai ne ina athang thang thala course kind of expensive say very expensive like 10 12 per course ka tha jigda lang vai ka general courses being wasakna ma jimne chena chila thada explore sapai re ari notice now currently in the first join sa tamli 2014 mai li wa chak ma them ne ari hon wa chung tam dal le yang laga metinao ba shi chung tam dal le chena thada hila explore salo of course everyone's preference is DU yeah chena chivale ka thada hila subject we are sure the for example ari law gadai hi DU li tamre jika after graduation law watam le yang ka emni thali BA LLB le jitla subject kate matam la BA we ne LLB ari law tam pok jitla chikana me jitla chiwangena chiwe just chiwe course will around 7,000 students le yang chena mayang now being here atam la save sa laka in depth in 5 years chipur atam jitla chena chikatha certain advantages le course we ati sure de yang chen hi la option hi the explore sang sangai chen hi wina ka la jika microsite hili register sa kai with hili details ka tong fill sa kai with hili available admission or interview entrance test and the interview date chi sara chi choose email communicate samara ko hiwa every information will be available on the microsite itum we supposing Facebook account site share just every detail chi communicate sa ko ta hila ta microsite li sa sarau gi jine jen hi check sa ka admission entrance test laka interview date chi mi sai ka ta sa khai ni jen microsite li register sa laka update chi chili yang laka requirement le hili ko tong upload sara mark sheet la everything hili sara jen nana choose 2-3 dates available sa ka now we convenience we ati na choose our chitang na online na test le mira laka kigla interview la afternoon di conduct sa pa time to time there are small changes ka ji tada communicate he microsite li tada saure chena subject hi ari subject hi yang ka conventional course ping le re magni ping la chong khalai dak le ne name any course tada le dak le ne chena conventional course mangning la ka te la chung khai explore sa pa yang for example pharmacy, physiology, nursing, occupational therapy, fine arts, food technology. The conventional courses being marketing specific, specialized ala kai course to uncle lately. Jane the website li tada yang pare. He na hilere. Jane ari jamya wala atang speaker second speaker in lahang yere. Ari jamya we he last day the hen hire sarjine aya in check motor back check sali la ka ari extend sali yang July 7th I believe it's July 7th jena hili sa ngai pingala thakla ina sa payore jena website di check sa on gi darkar sai ari hon hi every university we ari supposing MET we 15th July ni close hour da ari vale ka extendable yang China Chile yang pare laka jamya wila close saka sire saji ji ari extend sa liere China according to the courses Chile yang laka hi na yang ka hi wila register sare okay application login the late hili register new registration li sa laka hi tong fill sa laka thada savare hi wila yang China JNU will all the notifications are available here. China website ji checks are like according to the subject. Ari university kai ka subject we are sure the date ngwa yang ji details la thada checks up ira JNU will mainly for postgraduate courses or and some few UG ji yang ira China AUD we Ambedkar we ari ruiva UG we he mashorang jitaye ina lang tingwa ka ari website li available sam ne ka PhD we laka PG course ka tha we lately jena katong hi website li tada toila kaina tada check samilo ji hi tada hangai ne okay okay so arriva the admission process being he my university ka de la chung kha layang ari correspondence course in sangai khala the ignu thala le mi kai hina ot sala ka the upgrade sangai kha or promotion yuang ki we due ignu la it's a very good option yang China katay la laser lay even within Delhi University they lately yang pai ka tada itong university preference we ati sure the first yang laka at the same time if a university aklimang ning la more than one university li tada apply sang sa ngai yang UG we may tada percentage mà thay cơ thật là chúng ta sắp bằng ở đây cơ PG và mainly thật là more than one university, maybe all the universities là apply sang ngày khi vắng cái gì cơ seat ki limited sa này aram PG UG cục là cái student chung cái shop rồi ka PG we seat limited sa sẽ dịch là chế na university ang limang ning la university maybe all the universities na ning chang subject sang to only apply sa la ka tada may now the sambang sir ka chu sapai la tikha la sapai re chế na website li tada update yang shon lo accordingly tada according to the requirement of the university ji tada follow sa la ka criteria nga te se rai da ji thay là cái thà là cái nè sa cái pare chỉ thà là hàng ngày này hàng là cái cũng sang ngao kể tâm là mẹ ra vậy rồi ní xin này rồi
chúng anh nên share rồi mấy sa bay là cái nè apung chúng là ta và chúng share là cái ta bên list bình tâm khi mình hay vang cái thùng nào với cái bình tâm sinh hay được lấy ancient site được lấy bình cái thùng là website đi check sao mình say university bình mình cái là update tâm mình sa sẽ bị hàng ngày ở đây sabai ka atam ke sik mang la exceptional sala ka doubt lai khaba panelist ping direct question sami se atam wa tissue da khila sa khas ka sat nyaw da question akhni doubt lai la ha ji tada reasonable sala ka ji lai ka jing mahan milo or message chat box la drop samilo ara atam sik mang lai vai sa se
Question R, stream mà thằng này video online. Con nhớ rồi.
tâm khi mình question mà hai mình luôn thành ra doubt để các bạn
in a question hang hanau ke parents suicide dai na panelist ka tong ali tha address ka sani wi hi ari CBSE wi ari 31st July da hang de le athumi exam ma thala la athumi kikla wa tissue da samang gi dakle assessment wa tissue da samang gi dakle result is school na 31st July da hang de le ka in the meantime ari kikla university ku chung chang ba admission process ho poki je ra chi tha ka wa hi ka tha da sa ni gla ki hi la thengai gi chi as a parent kala tha da online na sa sar ki ji hau ki da ara hi ka tha da sa ba ni gla gi chi i thum ma thei ba khra ga chung khle je na panelist ping na hang han ka mi gla gi chi thengai because hi ka tha da sa ba jang khat ki ji gla ji phak ma da thum ni je na ne ning share
daga question là ari chat box isang med le ari we Delhi School of Economics we campus life ena JNU we campus life we maram ni kityo kha hang mi kila telang han le tena bullet points ni tat salaga itum pen list ping na thada hang mi lo kala atom wa tissue da ma bullet points de kada tat hang mi do hangai
Okay, Ari Dr. Ari kira kuchung la ai Ari kira Dr. Mong pi ani nama ka pai to hong la chung ga the supplement la sab pam kai ne kala ta ma ka pai la chung khali pam le thala the now the explore la some man now say Ari in question raise ka sawing chai importance ala ka hai Ari John abu Dima bushum na tahang hi relevance ala kai question akha sadly jika ke juang la because suppose for example admission ma sambung thulo option ba je Delhi University ka thalla ara thang miss ku chunga metam ku chunga hang hai da mi ga tong wang tha da avu le ceremony da da kang da Delhi University da ka la ke juang na kli kha miss sai sa kha I miss lam sar no ke preparation je thalla sai ka da winning le da pass samr da ning sincere salang past 10 years question ga ji khayang ao no rally the khayang sang so example genuinely open free coaching ta invite mi ka itun le WhatsApp sarai le number tha le itun text sam ram mi sak ra sa carry DGLD we need we train the kwimi bare chena chui shong la the piram le samra kali ga misai sa kha suppose ari NC web ka tha or ignu tha ili open ka tha ili shaban and undermine la musalak lo misai ka the double course lo kuisal ila master hi ignu en ko ko ni conceptual clarity wang thalak e ituna some extra reading that the kuishap lo khang de sa shab ka the mathai da khngai da ki kham thamra da khngai athang tok mong pin hang khai da yes indirectly in a khang na khang that relates hardly because aru interdisciplinary approach saugi da ari course ka subject mang is sufficient samni chuwang in understanding ji the tok me the chung me the ku ji tarkar sai khang te ya khana theory ai na practice ka tha da apply sa thera suppose economics square ka tha apply ma sa thera da degree square bu bai ting sa wi tha da chi ma lei khwai tha da aptara ko apply sar ka ji ba ji relevance sa re arwina question a ba ji khui da thau pe arwi GNU and DSCA which is Delhi School of Economics which is Delhi School of Economics here tha da jak the kadam la lei thu on sa no bin jak kham lei so no bin da ma lei ba mai ka economics we shong the GNU economics is one of the best silicon lately CESP the Center for Economics and Planning the economics master degree PhD lately economics world economics with perspective international world economy with perspective and international relation which on lately campus wise you experience as far as experience is concerned GNU he lockdown sarang ka ar hon ba ngte gai ni lockdown sarang ka teaching class with professor being committed ka sa to me team to me the knowledgeable the samang commitment the clay ma maning la campus li the more or less frequently seminar conference kada khangde de ga dong the clay ma maning la GNU culture debate discussion the issues the dong the analyze the research ma maning la campus with facilities ka tada ngrew khwairan no khangde de no dong yang ka GNU campus ma thala ke the chiksaw extracurricular song yang ai ga maybe better than RTSC ka Delhi School of Economics academic we sense na hanga in economic we Majalia Delhi School of Economics is in fact one of the best China Jipaji the quality of education from mathalak ida kuye China the me we don't really summary individual we don't depend summary with the option ji that come tham tha mane
I think we first question we Jay examination he cancels like usually previous years we exam like internal assessment being teaching room like atumna percentage shem like mira sare chui wangwa atakum la first year BAC pass we cancel sa jita the previous semester we marks being young internal assessment young like to aggregate enemy like ari 12 we let it how the previous years we mark like internal assessment at me certainly accordingly the percentage board na mira sir
the question akhani le hina da atam we chu le hina kilas khangchang sabai sau se ari class 12 dropout sing khani sai laga admission ga sai na dropout salak le admission sa hi we process na terela chila hangat le chena arama masters ka thawi entrance thawi kada entrance tha prepare ka thawi ga tam mai sai le chila hat le chena na tum ari a che panelist ping or I tum mai tam phun na oja sa da le ping reach sangai ka ba ka tham mai da or mail le ni ga phone number ni ka tham mai sa bai le chena te ma na ta
okay right arena kwipa ye ba ya ki question how will admission process before the 12th pass ke jibaje normally ari tumni admission atamni khrali drop out sa hai khale le papam jine jene hi entertain sa ye li atumni penalize sa lak mane at the same time atumna affidavit sing na khralang ba ye as to why that person had to lose a year or two bashiji chita akhle. And another one is atan puringam hang he entrance tips for kido PG bahi are 10 years question, previous 10 years question or 5 years question bahi he it's readily available haida chibaji ka export sam yawlo China okay khangdai malay sa in a
penalist ping cái tay ping là mà chân sang bay lại cái
Bay macam sang try lo.
Okay.
Cho ping ông gì mute đây là hay là sẽ anh
Okay, mà sai ra. Mà saiเลยยัง Okay. Aja mo query si ne ka thalai thume tha dekha occasional samphong ni mi chim da tha ada ai thum han by rate ithum personal phone la or email la tha ka tha da sarakra chimi tips tha ithum atam ga cha li tha te thum tha mo chon ni pai da pau la share sa pai kang te ya khna ari tigel di li hang ngai iwi ka phning li wi thi ka khui li issue career counseling ka hi maybe the class 10 katam tran or 11 katam tran athumli wang sami si pham raw immediately after passing the matriculation ku chuang la ju say for example economics ka hi maths honors ma khui ka economics honors ma khui ka sak or even a biotechnology or life science or physics chemistry maths or mathematics background himalay come up with sak le da thing China mathematics importance a lot plus suddenly sangai ga sak ke de lama kuimra ade thum capable sa shape basic foundation body clear sai ga jiwang ina sapai ga tigel din ra or any other organization or no the counseling body 10 ga tam li sai ga thum na ki sangai lak kar je baji now the relagan conceptualize ka ti the gar sadli chimaning 11 12 li maths lama kuisa economics honors of khingai or the khangde we option jik tiu ka limit ka sal thele khangde ya khanaba ari thumai ari chu we figure webinar we he say like tam song we academic we sense mang and prior the min la ning sa pai ka say for example sports we university lately day itum the ari tam lim da sports we colleges la Delhi university la or even the outside the Delhi University Foundation lately. China sports kataling the summer being itum we mental caliber ari jimang maning la the knowledge develop sa hitar car sabapam le itum sports jai ka itum shong we ning nilia athletic kangario jimang ne the sports education ji missa kai le China sports we hili sports to university le manipuli shwai ko China sports university ji shaban dang da course ji quick by lo philo laga chili aru sports professor la le pongakli sports umpire win la sports law la le China aru team management with sports business la China aru to meet aina hang ngai ba na ba there are different options available itum imaginative capacity creativity thinking by the enhance salaga why it's a narrow traditional conception of education the limited salagan le China with the kyangbaji the sara the kwi China kangade suppose for example extra courses say social work thawira tigel digtha suppose executive sada being here social work thawi master of social work thara kangde dira or even I say a diploma say for example beekeeping diploma example either part time the packaging suggest
hili question na ka class 12 being we entrance exam we maram je he university specific say UG we ba kujung jang tada merit marking yang au yang 12 we ka university MET we ba entrance test mira la ka interview la mira UG we la Jane question katayang kana kada daily ka kaina phamay ni ka da khanghan hi kada personally ilihang logica tada katoong hi online ni na sau kita jiwe na tada register sa lo laka even interview ka thale sa la online ni nukui da trainer hon ba Jane jiwe na sa pai re
Okay.
In the original every question last baje PG entrance question di website is mong viral aj baje hipahi Delhi University thaliba previous question syllabus samples ng kamilang vai kahila update session me jimne jena na college ning jang or college apply sa ngai university apply sa ngai jili the previous question or archive li atumuli hada sangmi hang vai kahi update sa na me jimne ka hili masambang ka ari itumwe sample questions ari lari gena print sa shokai le ka pe he access sabai ka or he sambang shap ka he bai na alternative afasare website limazang malaysa ka ari market li order clay or even Amazon thali sambang bai or sample questions tab hina
Ka issue cái tay mình lên cái thằng đấy thùng cục sông mai này báo cái chỉ tay này và thằng đấy thùng mà nào khi khác gì đào clay lá cái là mà check up sao là cái website pin đi update sao là cái là yang man sẽ cái là cái tay chỉ là ta phát mấy gì vang ta xia sao là cái ta phát mấy cấp gì đấy chỉ hàng là cái phát mấy cấp chính là mình phải chỉ là xia sa chọn gì và chỉ hàng ấy cái là in là cục trao cái yêu ya tâm cái là yêu là cha cũng yêu master ha cha cũng cục sang gì này chỉ yêu master cục sang hi chỉ là science nó cục sang hi hay là yêu master cục sang hi đi mà classmate cái tay bên này cái là score của chúng là sao sao đó này cái là hada yêu limitations của chúng là tâm sự hi chỉ là khá vậy là hal là gì mình cái yêu master hi thái cục sang sắc cái là chỉ mang những yêu attendance semester 1 when học cái semester 4 phơi class akla mism salak le yu master kup sangi yen ine hili tam hui ba mai lari wi song ji la tam hui ka self discipline ngi na patience ke ji hi ka chunga tam hui challenges kya ni face sakra yang jena ine hira da salak yu master kup sangi jena ina are itumi tam se sadak le self discipline hi later laga kala consistency salak ina itumi katam se sashi ba ine se sange itumi apong itumi goals mang achieve samning la itumi apong chung le growth la lai me re ba je hangai kala itum tang hu tam nong de la ning shi mi se kala itum atam ngi za sia la sami se kala support la sami se apong sak bai je na contribute sa se kala itumi katam naw itumi long naw hi maling mai fai ji itum salak se ba je hangai kala itum katam naw sa da hili katom mi bai apong a je ba itumi katam se sa da le faithful salak ina best effort salak khami ji hina tai la je apong a lang sare de ye hangai sit sange ar ba kup sang shong hi mai khang re le lot of things miss yan mila shadang women coordinator tanghu katam naw delhi ana mirano kala ana lot of things quick help today benediction hi oja obet kai sing home missionary tanghu baptist church delhi ana quick kup milaga itum kup sangau se jena atami mono khui mi do
Greetings to all. DKLT executive we on behalf of Katong ni Shalam ni soda ring pa Shalam ni soda ni shipong shok ngai thaya. Hirada hangai an ignited mind is the most powerful weapon on the earth, above the earth and under the earth, and this got through education. Ishi DKLT na jangkut kamnaw long jali na actually webinar on education. Coping with the new norms recurring here. Ari one pandemic Adam hini educating the water main tam the like la water main we shock zang jali later la university scholar it will like them now be win like a ning sang la kai na jam chak like the universities or further studies that night of the bang education webinar that here that create sa the wing san it kala na chum rat sang hai ya participants kala na chum bashin sa la kai na ku hai psychology bring pa kala ning shin phong shok ngai de difficulty win tonight na kala hilishina program is shuru khui hai ping issue motivator shang majai na motivator hosa mi ta phei chu wang tra ha ning shi phong shok de kala issue we a panelist ping actually come dai issue resource person atumna tha la kai nei tu students kadam now jelly li later they be guide some daga hirada atumna adam atumi kya halan sar salation difficulty na approach ke sath ran ma than chu bai na mayami de head resource person sa mi de phei chu wang ning shi hikta pha kham dai adam hi itum wang bak chan khat sakla kai na ka lei thum meaning uplungai na ning shnai ji phong shok ngai to lei shu panelist being e-learning internet learning hi Miss Social Makang ahi assistant professor Department of Psychology Arya Bhaja College University of Delhi and Kharesa the digital learning thalakana matri mere kala kakhani le are issue entrance exam and syllabus li Dr. Puringam Hongchui ahi assistant professor faculty at Department of Pol Science Miranta House University of Delhi kalaitu na gautum sada nanang rum kaya courses and subject lim thalakai na issue remem kuchungla chalhang assistant professor Janki Devi Memorial College DU analam thalakai mutri mere kala khana wasada issue we admission process with matangli Dr. NK Bungripi assistant professor MIT Institute of Anthropology MIT University and Ashimati issue panel summit actually webinar on education coping with the new norms education the new normal education jelly lead to make the cops are the like the strong internet issues to understand like we matangli mathala maji ni kai to one shi kala questions sa akai ni issue participants in a question raise sa hai pin chila mathala kai na answer han ka mi de akhamang khani mang chi dam thalai nang na kui de kai thum chi practical sa mai day to education quality education something like that you should shit san kala ka chan le kala the program ni shuru khimi kaya issue we welcome address program ni shuru khimi kaya issue we president Hansing non sira ahung shit la dra ning shi and issue we executive detail present san meta and issue program head mathala khai da umshung khangsa kala manga sat khangsa ki issue present dra ning shit le kala issue we invocation san mi kai it le issue we kya shikpaya ame umling arshimai home missionary tangku church Delhi ana atam kya ha ka sangnang zarra he sala anam thala khai nei chumde hak program hak poklim thala khai na se hasa milu shudai re kalare ishina kokok mind re va kita benediction program ni sangit le obed ame obedcation home missionary TPCD Tangku Baptist Church Delhi ano issue benediction samire tra haning she program ni na thumla ya sak le sal na thuna dam shop mi de la de thum be tangku tam na long tori be shi da sakla hai na khaning wish bang ni shi le kala it na hili chali li le tak le tam now psychor ma chung sa ta it na covid hili le sal la it na tam wi ki shi ka education it na further studies ngai le kala apong kadong hali to step ki jik dong hali da dam thalai se pase ki hangai together we will rise to this challenge growing together it akhai na ha kadong rock kala support sang rock ka it na sangai like to the range like it we call it we Brad sets out like it we dark achieve sa surprise sa bi chi shi jangku kadam na long jelly we showing executive we showing na hangai kala kana wasada na tum kudong ha participants meeting hilira chung khaya na tum mazang kha waishi ma bung parar meishna program ya ha sector size adla na tum participants we bangai nei tum da ring phai ekal lai tum da issuticality na hikatha cái đó hơi thùng cái đầm nào vang phần mình là cái lấy thùng đó thế đó thằng này program là quy ra vai sao đây cái chuyện đó mình một thùng sao đó hàng ngày mình sẽ đã cái yêu mình mình cái sự reward of thanks là đó mình sẽ
Shadley la
Sadly.
ka rui etui programming chang ho kita khang chang sha si hun ka hang meo ke sha sa lu commission lection painting ha ya ka jing lai sa khwa project krista na ming di masol chika bisit lai achu chim sho po tam stran tikel tina abra initiative kini ka tangkul ka tam nau long wang abra atuna program sim kai sai ko ri na net sang chau mi ka program ni ma tung pha phung sa detail ka na mi li masol chika lai Jola kai tang ko yuri hili na na le shimi ai lika le shi khmi mang mning la na li ka the ya euro akang sang sa gi the ga na ming li track mi shi tang ko le te kre abra ka tam lau ping he ok thi apon de ngi te de le ngok ser le chi thai la abra na ni pa li ka khnang ha we ka chi mling sak lak la o tam bi kong li manga wa la aina tam khing sa gi the li ka na ming li aba track ning shim bi shi le awi pu akami than la Abrana ne mikhai atam pung hile ethume mutui me matili na naksa mil ka mathala kaina mangali leite khlaya katam no ping wiwang ka thada saka mupung phame da tam khira puma pame da shu khira ga maram le mathala ina nam muting sak ngai re ningshi ashi matili la na somi la ka atam khida katam no pingli ara le shida katam no pili katom tsailan katom da katam no ping wi khang chamli ara kasat sang mi theya ara chikta mir na usino anga sang sang mi lo chi achu asimiti wang la nero in a shak sali ning mi de le ningshi ka chang ka de chang ko wi katam no long del hi wi kathan na ping na hyak ham halak en tem te line katam no ping wa ra khangrani khilaka organize sami khai hi thel gan mi ni shi chang ka le le de klek thana ping li na somilo na ka pang khai ka thana ping ne no winning ka chang alung li opting sakmilo no winning ka chang alung li ra katam no ping le than thelan than laka manga wala aina achungwi phekari ka kri khwai na na atam chi da mohor mi haila than mi ching lo ki chi nero ituna sha sa bi ste le ning shi ka chang ka da achi program na chang chaw mi ka mi ka chi uli ra katam no ping wanga Watermi pongre phekar kar khui hai re ki hi ituna sik sangi kala mangali leite khlaya atomi katam so sai kor hilila na chang chong mi laka na ka changa katam na abu sang sang mi lo na wi chingra mi so khmi ta sung mi lo thei chang khmai awor ji ta sung mi laka amikrang sak mi lo kla athumna tam khoi se khai na nali oram chada na somi khaya thei chang khmai la ke ki nali mam lai la ai la nali ngawap to ukthiro no ningshi ka chang ka de achu program hin na chang mi ga jum sai kor hi mapum phalan kup sang sakai re ari ajum program chang ha wi da kachicha wi tom ni cha thresal da no wi so committee atom kachida katam no pink la lil ra khai participate sa kai mi chi li mi ching lo da na mi li sha sa ne chi shu na mi jira tom je te kam te khim sa ching no amen
Thank you. Melpet. Share.
cho ning share go
Này rồi, khá này rồi. Trong thì
The city gelli bashi mga vamir no.
May Johnny Schneider ko yo tikel team daga
so
members ping jo
members ping the panelists ping job ni share samang no so ka
just anas jo
okay
cho ning Schneider dong hadi
Ring khana ko phuring am dali la samang da.
asma